Lieutenant Horn, Imperial Intelligence. I have orders to act as your liaison. I've prepared a briefing, should you require it.
Start from the beginning. I haven't been given a lot of details.
This is Zale Barrows. After helping break the Mandalorian blockade during the war, the Republic offered him considerable latitude to plague the Empire.
Owe him a bloody lip.
Then, after the Treaty of Coruscant, the Republic retained him as their unofficial ferryman to Belsavis.
Why would the Republic hire a war hero to run errands?
Their operations here are strictly off the books. Using Barrows ensures nothing here can be traced back to the Republic. Belsavis is a remote iceball with minimal natural resources, the perfect place to keep things you'd rather forget. Which is why the Republic has constructed a substantial prison fortress here to hide away their undesirables.
If it's just a prison, why all the Imperial interest?
We think there may be more to this prison, but our primary objective is to extract persons of interest. That includes a large number of Imperial prisoners of war the Republic did not wish to release after the Treaty of Coruscant. Our landers can insert you into the Republic fortifications relatively near the last known location of Barrows's vessel.
I need any additional intel about the area.
You'll be heading for a starship hangar in the administrative wing. Expect resistance. We have already disrupted the Republic's ability to maintain control of their captives. The biggest threat to you will likely be the prisoners themselves. It will be absolute pandemonium planetside. This is my direct hollow frequency. I am on call should you need me.
Won't be dull.
What is it, Mako? I just touched down.
I've been combing through the Imperial's network since we docked. After cross-referencing their records with data on the holonet, I hit pay dirt. Surprise, surprise. There are a lot of people locked up on Belsavis with outstanding bounties.
That was good thinking.
Just doing my job. Most aren't worth much, so I narrowed it down to the best payout. A gang of bandits who heisted a major shipment from the exchange. This one's all or nothing, so here's the complete list. Oh, and don't worry about dragging them back. These creeps are wanted dead.
Sounds like Loverboy's coming back. Ain't you gonna welcome him home?
Convict, take him.
Hey, Zale! I like your plaything. Maybe I'll keep her a while. You ain't Zale. Tell me where he's hiding, or I'm gonna crush Girly here like a bug.
What makes you think I care what happens to her?
You trying to scam me? That it? Ain't gonna work. If killing Zale's little girlfriend don't get you talking, bet I can come up with something that will.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't paint you all over the walls and ceiling.
Huh. You really ain't with Zale. Lucky day, Girly. You're still the only one left to rat him out.
You can just shoot me. I'm not telling you anything.
Talk to me or talk to the Hawk. Who'd you rather find your boyfriend?
Please don't kill him. You don't know him. He's a good guy. Too good. I wanted to leave when the first siren sounded. Zale insisted we stay to help evacuate if things got too bad. Too bad. Understatement of the year.
Looks like that didn't go to plan.
The central power plant failed, and the hangar doors are closed. Even our ship can't put out enough juice to open them. We're trapped. Zale stormed off after some argument with a warden, said he had unfinished business. He took M30B to get the central power plant back online, said not to wait for him. That's all I know.
Don't let me find out you've been forgetful.
I can go?
You ain't going nowhere, Girly. And your boy's gonna hear all about how you died before I kill him.
Back off, freak, or I'll get nasty.
You wanna be next?
You wouldn't stand a chance against me.
Lucky I ain't got time to peel you out of that can. Run, Girly. But when I find you, I'm gonna see how much you can scream before your lungs go.
He'll be trouble.
cut it a little close there, Em. Nice try, but you... I'd kinda hoped the first time I met you, it'd be captaining your one-way trip to lockup.
Things rarely go the way we want them to.
That's deep. Will you moonlight as a Jedi Master when you're not blowing up orphanages?
Someone's coming.
Let me in there, you little twerp! You got nowhere to run!
Friend of yours? Hate to disappoint, but even your thick skull won't break through this force field.
What are you standing around for? Let's blast this place to pieces!
I don't throw temper tantrums.
It ain't a temper tantrum! Blast the generators and Zale ain't got nowhere left to hide! Soon as this field drops, me and Zale are gonna get reacquainted.
If he's dead when I get back, I'm gonna be real upset.
Don't you worry. I plan on keeping him alive a good long time. Dirty run!
Any particular reason you trashed that droid?
'Cause it was here! The rats scurried down this little hole while you were taking a sweet time wrecking the place! Tin Can wouldn't give up where he was going. Guess I broke it.
You can't beat answers out of a droid, moron.
Morons what I call runty bounty hunters dumb enough to pick fights! I got an idea how to keep this heap talking. There's lots more junk like this thing walking around keeping the runts in line. They get built at a plant deeper in. Bet there's parts to hotwire this trash and shock some answers out of it.
If this is a dead end, you're taking a one-way trip.
I ain't taking the trip yet. Place is inside max lockup. Ain't getting in there without some major boom booms. And I only got this dinky piece. You blast the place up. I'll haul this junk over and grab us a couple of tech heads on the way. Deal?
I suppose I can do that.
Come on, come on. Got you right where we want you now.
Thought I smelled something burning. Found us a couple volunteers.
You can't be serious. You want us to try and fix this? There's hardly anything here worth salvaging.
I only need to get inside its head. Find me something telling me where this man is going.
I think we can handle that. Dean, grab a diagnostic pad and a hollow emitter. This might take a little while.
Done all we can. If the Imperials want those prisoners, they'll have to crack them out of the tomb. It's out of our hands now.
You can evacuate, Warden, but I spent too many years putting those fiends away to let it all be for nothing. Come on, Em. We're heading to the tomb.
What's this tomb they're talking about?
I didn't bust all the way out of max to miss my shot at that twerp.
Leave them alone. I think I know someone who can help. My target's last known destination is something the locals are calling the tomb. What can you tell me?
Unfortunately, everything we know about the tomb comes from the Republic's limited records. It appears that most of the interaction the Republic had was with the tomb's custodial droids, and only samples were normally allowed to enter.
What do you mean by samples?
Best guess, life forms, based on the contents of the vaults thus far. For what purpose? Your guess is as good as mine. We do know the Republic turned their Imperial prisoners over to the tomb's custodians to prevent their recovery. All of our efforts are focused on regaining entry.
I thought nobody's been inside.
A few of our teams were able to force their way inside, but their actions appear to have set loose things best left imprisoned. Commander Grang is in charge of gaining re-entry to the tomb. He'll be able to give you the current situation. However you get through, if you can reach these coordinates, contact me. I'll bring you up to speed on any discoveries.
I'm coming along. I ain't been waiting this long for someone else to have the pleasure of killing Zale. You get me that twerp, I show you where the law hides all the contraband on this rock. Deal?
Follow my lead, or I cut you loose. Got it?
Gonna boss me around, huh? Fine. But your friend takes a hike too. In case you're thinking you can pull something.
Don't trust him.
I'm not worried.
Cross her, you'll regret it.
Horn, I'm in position. What have you got for me?
Analysis of data from the custodians is coming slowly, but I believe we found a solid lead. The bulk of the samples taken recently appear to have been interred in a vault we are designating Block 44. The majority of the Imperial prisoners have likely been taken there, making it the probable destination for your target.
And the remaining samples?
Operations Groups 1 and 2 identified a separate vault as the location of the Dreadmasters. Other samples were separated as well, though the reasons are unclear. Any of them could be a potential target, but our primary objective is the Dreadmasters. It's unlikely Barrows would go unnoticed. It's your call. These are Block 44's coordinates if you decide to pursue it as a lead. If Barrows is sighted elsewhere, you'll be the first to know. Horn out.
You know, twerp.
How did you... You are good. Nobody shoot. Truce. Look, we could settle our differences, but not right here. I have to stop the Empire.
Stop them from what?
From freeing these prisoners. These monsters. Maybe you never saw the footage, but I was there when they sacked Coruscant. You know how many civilians died from the bombings alone? You helped us foil their rescue. Permanently. And I'll go quietly.
I try not to bite the hand that feeds me.
Can't blame a guy for trying. Fan out!
You're mine now, runt!
I was so close. So close!
I would know who you are and how it is you came to our rescue.
I would know who you are and how you came to be in my face.
Andreas Thos, leader of Operations Group 1. You will address me as my lord. You're obviously not with the Republic. I assume the Empire was able to break through the alien filth. Have our forces been able to free the Dread Masters?
You tell me. It was your assignment.
Who are you to question me? Our groups were split up, decimated and cut off from outside reinforcement. The operation stood no chance of success. Freeing these prisoners would at least give us a fighting chance.
Save your excuses for your commander. I'm sure he'll be real interested.
You've wasted enough of my time. Finish your business and stay out of my way.
Been thinking about this since you dumped me on this rock, Zaley boy. Got it all worked out how you're gonna go.
Aren't you gonna do something? You came here for me. What about your bounty?
I'm delivering Barrows in the condition he's in.
We had a deal!
I'm not helping you torture anyone.
Fine! Lucky I still need you.
Thanks. I don't want to know what he had in store for me.
Better hope the Sith are feeling less creative.
You've been rubbing me the wrong way since I met you, but I'll let that slide if you do me a favor. I figured joining up with you's my best shot of getting off of this rock. What you say? I'll kill for you.
Fine, but I'll be keeping you on a short leash.
Yeah, lead the way. Just get this little twerp out of my sight before I decide to crush him.
You're here to take Barrows off my hands?
I noted your return. I figured it was safe to assume you were successful, given your reputation. I prepared a report of your success for Darth Torman. I have your compensation right here.
I think I'm due a little something extra.
I'm afraid Darth Torman has absolute authority on the matter. However, I could probably procure something with a little time. Is there anything in particular?
I'd like to know a little more about my employer.
That's a dangerous request. Unofficially, I can tell you that any concerns you may have are largely unfounded. Darth Torman has little tolerance for duplicity. If he bore you any ill will, he'd simply crush you like a bug and move on. Deal honestly with him, and you'll live longer.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind, Lieutenant.
I must return to my duties. Again, a pleasure.
Everybody front and center.
You didn't mention we had a guest. Who's our large friend?
Torian's usually punctual.
Oh, let the kid have a day off. Better yet, wrap this up so I can get back to mine.
He told me he got a message from an old associate. They were going to meet at the cantina.
Out here? He tell you anything about this old associate?
Not really. You know Torian. You think this wasn't a friendly meeting?
He won't answer, or can't answer. I don't like either.
Should we head to the cantina?
You're starting to bore me.
Who do you think you are?
Name's Skadge.
Skadge. Okay, interesting. Call me Mako.
This thing begging for a treat?
Skadge. Don't you worry, I've got it committed to memory.
So what's next?
I guess find a place big enough for Skadge to bed down.
You've been a busy girl. Too busy. You should spend more time with your loved ones before they're gone. I'm extending you an invitation. An opportunity to appreciate what you have before you lose it. But if you Mando barbarians don't care much for your POWs, it's not any loss to us. There'll be plenty of other opportunities for us to meet. If you want a chance to say goodbye, come to Hoth. We won't wait long.
Torian, we've got to save him.
Your boyfriend's gonna be just fine.
I can't lose anyone else. I just can't. So what are we gonna do?
I plan to make an example out of these scumbags.
You're finally saying something interesting.
Remember the SIS project number I found? 32? Turns out if you search for it in enough super secret Republic databases, it gets noticed. Ran into a little, trouble. Like, if I keep doing this, the chance of mysteriously disappearing goes up dramatically, sort of trouble.
I know you want to find out where you're from,
but it's not doing Braden's memory any favors if you die.
I'm actively working on the not dying thing. No worries. Figure there are other, less hazardous channels I can look into. I'll, let you know if I decide to do anything stupid. Or, more likely, let you know after.
Your digs ain't much to look at. At least it's roomy. What do you do for fun in this dump?
You're here to work. How you occupy your off time is your own problem.
Gonna be your problem real soon. On the inside, I got bored. Somebody got stabbed. Gonna keep me busy.
You break it, you buy it. Understand?
Yeah, whatever.
Notice anything different?
You should lay off the junk food.
And they said the stuff was slimming. Just acquired some nice form-fitting blast armor. Thought I'd see if it would stand up to a trained eye. Apparently so, if your observation is any indication.
The equipment I'm providing not cutting it?
No complaints. This is purely supplemental. Since I'm still putting myself in harm's way, I decided to make a little investment in my well-being. Been stocking up on interesting tidbits at every port we've hit. From here on, I'm ready for anything.
I was starting to think we'd have to finish without you.
Don't hold up on my account.
Keep walking. Ambush, run! You aren't saying anything your friend doesn't already know. You know, Grand Champion, you got talent. The Overseers would have scouted you eventually. We could have helped you make a real mark on the galaxy. Now you'll have to settle for your gaudy title and the price on your head.
Who are you working for?
We share a name you won't recognize. Geno Harridan. We solve the Republic's problems, remove troublemakers, keep things running smoothly. Bounty hunting isn't a game, whatever the Mandalorians think. It's serious business, with serious consequences. Consequences you're about to become intimately familiar with.
I owe you. Again. My turn to be bait, I guess.
You able to move out?
Definitely.
This one ain't dead yet.
How? This should have been total overkill.
Despite what you think, the Great Hunt's no joke. There's a reason Mandalore made me his champion.
If this couldn't kill you, I don't know what would. I want out. I don't care how good the money is. It's not worth it.
You're begging the wrong person. Your call.
Dues paid. Finished?
You know, I was actually starting to miss you. Killing's over. Wait for us back at the ship.
I'll find something on the way.
Got a good crew.
Good to have you with us.
Glad to be here. Haven't been part of a company since Ariadu. Missed it, I guess.
Commander Fett's men didn't seem too bad.
Decent. Wasn't there long, though. Gotta have someone watching your six. Wonder what Clan Ordo's doing now.
Glad to see you both made it back okay. That is the last time I let you go off without a chaperone.
Looks like I'm grounded. We back on the hunt?
I think it's safe to proceed.
One of Tormund's lackeys forwarded a star chart to a system called Voss. The place isn't even on most maps yet. There's a lot of scuttlebutt about Voss's discovery on the HoloNet, but it's pretty far-fetched stuff even for spacer superstition. The astrogation computer's updated and ready to go when you are.